A wanted fugitive saw a Facebook marketplace listing and decided murder was a reasonable response. That's where this story starts. In late January 2023, Andres Torres Jr. and Amanda Dawn Soltz fled Indiana and arrived in Fayette County, West Virginia. They weren't starting over. They were running from active probation violation warrants. Indiana authorities knew where they had been. They knew they were wanted. But once the pair crossed state lines, they effectively became somebody else's problem. And that gap in the system would soon have a victim. Michelle Smith had no idea she was letting danger into her life. She knew Soltz from previous connections and believed she was helping friends who needed support. Instead, she was welcoming two fugitives into her circle. Soon after arriving, Torres sold Smith a cheap wristwatch for $50. Nothing special, nothing rare, just a watch. Days later, Smith listed it for sale on Facebook Marketplace. Most people would scroll past a listing like that in 2 seconds. Torres didn't. When he saw the post on his phone, he became obsessed. The watch wasn't the issue. The money wasn't the issue. His ego was. To him, that listing was public disrespect, a challenge, an insult that needed to be answered. On February 16, 2023, Torres and Soltz invited Smith to what appeared to be a friendly dinner gathering on Deepwater Mountain Road. Instead, investigators say the situation quickly turned violent. Smith was restrained with handcuffs. The confrontation escalated. Torres assaulted her while demanding the watch. Eventually, he found it. The story should have ended there. It didn't. He had already decided that finding the watch wasn't enough. A $50 dispute had transformed into a personal crusade. He beat her with his fists. He struck her with a pistol. Then he fired a single .45 caliber round at close range. Hours passed. Michelle Smith remained alive. Her son eventually found her and emergency responders rushed her to treatment. For weeks, she fought to survive catastrophic injuries. Doctors worked. Family hoped. Michelle kept fighting. But on March 31, 2023, she died from the injuries inflicted that night. Then came the twist that sounds almost fictional. While jailed separately, Torres and Soltz allegedly conspired to get married. Their plan was astonishingly simple. They believed a jailhouse marriage would somehow shield one of them from testifying and weaken the case. First came the Facebook Marketplace obsession, then came the murder, then came a scheme that treated the justice system like a loophole waiting to be exploited. A jury wasn't convinced. In October 2024, Torres was convicted of first-degree murder, kidnapping, robbery, and conspiracy. In January 2025, he was sentenced to life without parole. The system missed him when he crossed state lines. It didn't miss him in court. Hit subscribe.